Hi guys, so I am randomly videoing a video today, and I wasn't planning on doing it because in my previous video I did explain that the day I filmed my video I was feeling quite down and I didn't feel like I was going to feel better, but I'm miraculously feeling brilliant and I'm in a really good mood. So I just thought I would film this video, and I'm not sure if people have done this before. I was just googling and I came across 50 questions you've never been asked, and it's a YouTube tag apparently, but I've never actually watched it. So I don't think any of the YouTubers that I've watched have done this tag. So I figured this would be a really fun video to do, as I absolutely love filming these videos. So I actually haven't read over the questions, so they're all really random, and I'm just going to jump into it and start. So question 1, what's your favourite candle scent? Okay, 100%, especially at Christmas time, my favourite scent is gingerbread. It's like a spicy kind of scent. I absolutely love it. And then in the summertime, probably the rest of the year, I absolutely love, what's it called? It's a Yankee candle. I think it's the cookie one. I'm not sure. It's pink anyway, but it smells so lovely, and that is my favourite candles. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Shani Grimmond. She's a YouTuber, but I would class her as a celebrity-ish, would I? If it doesn't count as a celebrity, I'd probably have to say, I'm trying to think it's someone the same age as me. Selena Gomez? Ashley Tisdale or Vanessa Hudgens, definitely. Yeah, either of them two. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Jake T. Austin. He's just so like caring, and he just seems like the brotherly type, if that makes any sense. I don't know, he's just the first person that popped into my head. So, how old do you think you're going to be when you get married? I probably say I'm going to be pretty young. In my 20s. I'm not sure what age in my 20s, but in my 20s at least. Probably early 20s, 24, 25, something like that. I would say so. I hope so. Do you know a hoarder? Yes, I actually do. My nanny's a hoarder, and she keeps everything. And then my boyfriend's mum is as well, because I find this so funny. But she honestly, she has so many like wrapping papers, especially Christmas ones. She not collects, but she just sort of keeps them all. So I'm not joking you, there's a good 30 at least wrapping papers, or maybe more. I haven't seen them all, I'm not sure. And then there's also little tags and stickers and bows and stuff, and there's like hundreds of them. So she's a hoarder in that way. But those are the only two I can think of. And then obviously my nanny just keeps everything, like from toys to clothes to shoes, to pictures. Like everything is kept, which I suppose is a really nice way like to have things, so you always have things from your grandchildren and your children growing up. But I mean, her house is not as big as what she keeps on it. So I don't know how she does that, but she does. Can you just split? No, I can't. I really want to know how to though, but like I know how to, but I just can't do it. I feel really stupid, but I can't. How old were you when you learnt how to ride a bike? I think I was about, I'd say I was pretty young. I was young whenever I was riding a bike, and then whenever I came off my stabilizers, I'm pretty sure I was about 5, but I'm not sure what age I was before that. I think I've always been able to do it though. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, that's my throat. Because I always remember whenever I was younger going on like bike rides with my nanny and stuff. So I've always known how to, but the age I remember coming off my stabilizers was whenever I was 5. So, how many oceans have you swam in? 0. I can't swim. I'm scared to swim. I'll not get into the ocean. No, that's just a no-go for me. How many countries have you been to? I've been to 1. Is anyone in your family in the army? I don't think anyone is in the army at the moment, but I do know that I think it was my nanny's uncle. Yeah, my nanny's uncle was in the army, and unfortunately he died. But he was definitely in the army, and I'm not sure if anyone else was, but I definitely know that he was in the army. What would you name your daughter if you had one? I have this name already picked out, and it's Amelia. I really want to have a double barrel name for my daughter, Amelia Rose, but my boyfriend Matthew is like, no, we're not having double barreled, but if I get my way, it'll be Amelia Rose. And what would you name your son if you had one? If we do ever have a son, like God willing, obviously, we want to name him James as well. So, what's the worst grade you got on a test? I'd probably say an A. So it works out over like our country if you're from a different country. You get A's, B's, C's, D's, A's, F's and U's, I think it is. So obviously you get A stars as well. So they're the best ones. And then if you're like in a foundation grade or level, it's C is the best score. And then D's like okay, and then E's like the worst. But yeah, we used to do obviously a lot of maths, and I used to be really bad at maths and science. I used to be good at maths, and then I got really bad at maths. So I got papers back, and I got E's in them. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to pass maths, but I passed maths. But that's not the question, obviously. But yeah, an E is probably the worst grade I've ever got. So it's really embarrassing. What was your favourite TV show whenever you were a child? Hannah Montana, without a doubt. Any Disney show. Like before that, it was Phil of the Future. It was That's So Raven. Lizzie McGuire. Oh my goodness, Lizzie McGuire. The Powerpuff Girls. But that became just a show though. I had so many, but like basically anything to do with Disney. And then as I grew older, obviously it was Hannah Montana. And then what else? Like the Hannah Montana the movie, but that's a movie obviously. iCarly. Then Victoria's came out and stuff. But I miss the old Disney Channel so much. It's so annoying. I also really like. I can't speak. I also really like to watch a show that was I'm pretty sure it was like something to do with witches or something. And it was so good, but I can't remember the name of it. But if I do, I will link it down below. What did you dress up as on Halloween whenever you were 8? I'm not sure what I did dress up as whenever I was 8, but I'm pretty sure it was probably a witch, because I have mentioned in my previous video that I dressed up as a witch every single year, so probably a witch, I'm not really sure. It's really specific. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? Yes, I have a whole massive set over there of every single Harry Potter book, all thanks to my boyfriend, and I've read, I think it was the first book of Twilight, but I've only ever read one book from Twilight. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? American, I think, because British, like a proper English accent, annoys me. I don't know why. I don't know. There's just a few people that I know that are obviously English. And their accents used to like annoy me because they were so strong. But like I'm not saying English accents annoy me, it was just this person in particular, or the few people I knew in particular just were annoying in general, so their accents and everything about them annoyed me. But yeah, I would probably say an American accent because they're really cool and cool. They're really, I don't know, I watch a lot of American YouTubers, and like their accents just sort of, I don't know, they're just normal to me kind of thing, whereas a British accent stands out to me. Did your mother go to college? Over here it works out, you go to junior high and then into college if you're like really smart, and then if it didn't work out you go to high school, and then if you've got really good grades you can go into college after. But my mum's school went on until she was 5th year, so she didn't go to college, but she was like studying in school until like obviously she was at her last year. But at the same time, I think that's equivalent to going to like a college because of the things she studied. So I would say she didn't actually go to a college, but she studied in a college kind of way, kind of thing. Are your grandparents still married? No, one of my grandparents has passed away, so they're not married. Well, yeah, they are married, but you know what I mean. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No, I have not. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Of course I do. Like, who doesn't? What's the first amusement park you've been to? I'm gonna say Barry's, which is in Portrush, and it's just basically like this like holiday kind of resort for people they go visit in the summertime and stuff. But I'm not sure, because whenever I was younger I used to go to so many, but they're all based in Belfast, but I'm not really sure of a proper name. But I'm pretty sure Barry's is probably one of the first ones, because obviously that's really, it's big where I'm from, like everyone goes to it all the time. So I'd probably say, yeah, probably say Barry's. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Spanish, 100%. I absolutely love Spanish. Like, I love the accent. I love the words. I know it sounds really weird, but I am trying to teach myself Spanish because I'm going to Spain in the summer, but I doubt I'll know anything by then. I've tried, and I know some words. I know how to say hi, but everyone knows how to say hi. But hopefully I'll be able to speak it. And actually teaching myself, like, I feel like I'm a teacher myself, trying to teach myself how to speak this language. But it is pretty easy. It's just because I know French and stuff, I sort of get my words mixed up because I'm so used to French. But I probably say Spanish anyway. Do you spell the colour as grey or grey? So it's spelled Grey as one and Gray as one, and I spell it Grey. I've never spelled it any other way. Is your father bald? No, my father was not bald. Do you know triplets? Oh my goodness, no I don't. That would be so cool. I've actually never ever seen triplets in my life. Have you seen triplets in your life? Comment down below if you have. I'm really intrigued to know. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? That's a hard one. I would say probably The Notebook. I feel like I was too emotional for the Titanic, but the Titanic is such an old film that everyone loves, so I don't know whether to pick Titanic or... No, I'll say The Notebook. The Notebook is more up to date, I suppose. Have you ever had Indian food? I can never recall a time that I have, but I'm pretty sure I have. I'm not sure what I've had, but I'm nearly sure I probably have in my lifetime. Because there's so many Indians like around where... Not Indians. Indian takeaways around where I live, so... What's the name of your favourite restaurant? My favourite restaurant is called Roma's, so it's based in Newtownards/Bangor. It's just a lovely little quiet restaurant. It's not really, well, it's not fancy, it's just your typical restaurant, but I absolutely love it, and it's my favourite one. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? No, I have not. I'm not really sure what that is. If it's a pretty garden though I want to go. I'm obsessed with nature and I'm obsessed with trees and flowers and everything like that. Hopefully it is. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? I'm not really sure about this question. I'm not really sure what it means. So no, I don't know. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Probably William, because my brother was called William. No, obviously not, that would not work. I'm not really sure actually, but I did know that I was supposed to be called Katie instead of my actual name, so I'm not sure. My mom has never spoken to me about what she would have called me if I was a guy, but I'm actually going to go find that out soon, just after after I film this video. I'm going to find that out. If you have a nickname, what is it? My nickname is Saz. It's pretty simple, and most people call me it. Oh, that's me nosy. But my boyfriend has a special nickname for me, but I'm obviously not going to mention it in this video because it's between me and him. But I have two then. Who's your favourite person in the world? I would say like my family and my boyfriend. And my best friend. Would you rather live in a rural... Oh, I can't speak. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Probably rural, I'd say. I don't know. I prefer that, I think. Can you whistle? Oh my word, yes. Wait. Really? Oh my goodness, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, wait. Yeah, I can whistle. I'm good at that. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I don't. Do you eat breakfast every morning? I attempt to. I try. Most mornings, yes. If I'm in a rush, I'll take something with me and then eat it maybe in the afternoon or whenever I have some time to do that. Do you take any pills or medication daily? Yes, I do. What medical conditions do you have? I'm not going to mention them all, but I do have, like, I'm not going to go into detail, but I have, like, a back problem, so I need to obviously take medication to help me, like, I need medication to help me, obviously, like, ease the pain in my back, so that's what that is. How many times have you been to the hospital? Too many. I just don't know. I don't even want to think about that. So many times. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Of course I have. It's a Disney film, obviously. Where do you buy your jeans? The majority of my jeans are bought from New Look. I absolutely love New Look for jeans. They're just so pretty and so comfy. So I would say the majority are from New Look, and any other ones are maybe from Topshop or something. What's the last compliment you got? Someone told me in my class today, I went and did my makeup, and they told me, oh my goodness, sorry, you look really pretty with makeup on. And I was like, thanks. And then a girl said, Shaw looks pretty, what are you on about? So I said that was a compliment. Or maybe my friend said I had a really cute button nose. I don't know. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? If they stand out to me, I do. Like, I had the most amazing dream a few weeks ago, and I just want to mention it because it makes me really, really happy. Basically, in my dream, my dad was in it, which was amazing because I finally got to see him, and it was so clear, and I was like, what? Whoa. Like, I woke up thinking that this had happened. He was basically brought to hospital, and he was in a coma, and the doctors, like, were saying they're going to turn the life support machine off, and he wasn't going to live, and he wasn't responding to anyone's voices or anything. By this point, I hadn't spoke to him. And then I spoke to him, and I said, like, Daddy, wake up, like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And he woke up, and I was like, oh my goodness, he responded to me because of my voice, and it was so emotional. And he woke up anyway, and he didn't know who I was. He was like, who are you? Like, why are you here? And then he finally, like, all the memories started flooding back to him, and he remembered who I was, and he apologized for, like, not being in my life, and it was so amazing. And then, obviously, I was telling him about my life and what I was doing with my life, and how I had a boyfriend now, and he was so happy for me, and he basically wanted me to get married. So what had happened was he had like a time limit of whenever he was going to pass away, and he had, I think it was a week left, but he wanted to walk me down the aisle. So me and my boyfriend decided that we would have like a wedding. We were going to get married like in my dream, but obviously not for a few more years. But we decided we would have like not a proper wedding, but a wedding for him, so he would be like passing away with that kind of, I walked my daughter down the aisle. So we had it in my back garden, it was actually incredible in my dream, and he walked me down the aisle, and it's all I ever wanted. Like, it's all I ever want now. It won't happen, but I have that dream, and that dream makes me so happy, and I will remember that dream for the rest of my life. And I just felt like I should have shared that. And I write my dreams down sometimes too, and since that dream happened, I've just been writing my dreams down because I feel like it's given me some sort of closure, and I have that memory now because it's so clear in my head of how everything happened. And he walked me down the aisle, and he loved my boyfriend, and they got on so well, and it was amazing. And I'm just so happy, and that makes me so happy too. Whew. What flavour tea do you enjoy? I enjoy I think it's mango and like a green tea. It doesn't sound great, but it's amazing, and I love it so much. And then obviously normal tea. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I own about 20 pairs. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. But sure. How many pairs? Oh wait, I'm reading the same question. What religion will you raise your children to practice? Me and Matthew have discussed this. We sort of said that we were going to send our children to church. But as they grow older and get to know what it is, and if they want to stay on a church, they can stay on a church, and if they don't, they don't. It's up to them. So a Christian belief and a Christian life. But it's up to them if they don't want to go or they want to go. Then it's always up to them. But they're going to go whenever they're young, so they know what church is and stuff. So yeah. How old were you whenever you found out Santa wasn't real? I think I was about, no, maybe older, 9 or 10. I'm not sure, 8 or 9, I think. And the last question is, why do you have a Tumblr? I have a Tumblr because I like to reblog pictures and put pictures up and stuff. And that's really it. I have nothing else to say about that. So yes, this is the tag. All done. I'm not sure if you guys are sick of me doing tags or if you like them. I just think it's a nice video to do. It's a fun way to get to know me, and if you did enjoy, like, please let me know if you enjoy these videos, because I like doing them and it's just a nice way to do YouTube. Like, you get to see what I'm like and what I like and all that, can't speak to that, and all that stuff. So if you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any other suggestions of videos that you'd like to see, like I always tell you. And I just want to thank you so much for the support. It's been amazing and it's been such a whirlwind. I only started this about 2 months ago and I've got so much support. I think I'm like 400 and something subscribers now, which is insane. Is it 400? Yeah, it is 400. It's insane. I am so thankful. Like, 400 of you guys want to see my videos, which is so lovely, and I'm just so blessed. Like, I cannot believe people want to watch my videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry for speaking so quickly. But just thank you so much for watching again for like the 5th time. And I'll see you in my next video, which will maybe be on Saturday. I will see, and I will film, and I will see if I like it and all that good stuff. So I will see you soon.